Okay, so this is going to be a tutorial explaining how to build a launcher for a dodgeball game. What I'll do is I'll just quickly play it just so you can understand what I'm talking about. So most of the infrastructure of this game has been built. I've got my character running around the space. I've got a spawner at the top which launches dodgeballs, which will essentially just fall down from the top. I've got a score that increments over time, and a high score as well that is kept track of by if my character falls off. There's a volume just down there that if I enter, it'll check to see what my current score is, and if it's less than the highest score, it'll update. You'll also notice that the platform's getting narrower and narrower. This is using a matinee sequence linked to the score, which basically the further you're along that matinee sequence, the narrower the platform gets, because it's using the score as essentially a time reference. So for example, we've reached 60 score, that's a minute into this matinee sequence. Now you'll notice that the key thing that's kind of essentially broken with this game, as you can see it's getting kind of hectic, is the number of dodgeballs we've got, yet I haven't been hit. That is because we need to build this launch mechanism to allow us to essentially have the dodgeballs make it across this abyss right here. So what I'm just going to do is quickly just back out of this and just show you in kind of I'm going to quickly show you something that I've made earlier. So this is essentially what blueprint we're going to be building in this tutorial. It's just a kind of a simple blueprint with a collision box connected to it. If I position across this gap here and then press play, when a dodgeball enters it, it's going to change the material, it's going to give it a speed as you can see, and it's going to apply a particle effect to it. We're going to build each of these components to make the game our own version of this functional and playable. And we might even kind of delve into a couple of other little things whilst we're going through the tutorial, but that's going to be the main focus of it. Just to let you know, once again, I assume most of you know this, but the systems that we use for this project is 4.9.2, so just for reference, if you're watching this tutorial in the future, things might have changed, and yeah, I can't account for like what changes will happen in the future with the UE4 version. So just keep that in mind if certain things aren't working or if this is incompatible. So yeah, we'll get started now. Yeah.